Hi, I'm Youngsoo Choi from LG Electronics, and I'm a developer of web engine part in the webOS platform. And today, I'm going to introduce our new open source edition version of webOS and explain how we use the Chromium inside our webOS and what we have contributed back to Chrome related with webOS. Okay, so you might heard of webOS or not, but webOS is LG web platform, and we use the Google Chromium as our web runtime engine. And this webOS platform is adapted to very many LG devices. And the most popular one was this smart TV product. And this was the first product that adopted webOS. So in these days, if you go to the market and buy an LG TV, then it mostly will have is based on this webOS platform. So the included app in webOS is mostly web apps, and we give the web environment to the third-party developers or the individual developers who are interested in building an app in our TV. And well, this smart TV webOS smart TV was quite successful. So we tried to expand our webOS to other products in LG, and like this digital signage, we adapted webOS also to digital signage, and a signage product is quite a little bit different with the TV product, although it is same as it has a big screen, but actually TV is for consumer market, but digital signage is all for the business market. And the business company who buy the signage product, they mostly build their own app to show something through the signage screen. So in that case, because we provide the web development environment, so the third-party developers can easily build the app as the business proposed. So yeah, so these two products was the main webOS products in LG, and then we also tried to adapt webOS to small mobile devices, and we selected the smartwatch product. And well, LG has several smartwatch products, but there was one model based on webOS, and well, yeah, we successfully developed the smartwatch product and released it, but it is not quite successful compared with the display products. So there was only one model, and then there was no future model for smartwatch products. But I just want to say that we successfully adapted the webOS platform to the mobile devices carriers. And after that, we also tried to find another category of products to adapt the webOS. And then we just picked this refrigerator. So smart refrigerator is not that familiar right now, but we have a high-end refrigerator model which has a screen on the door, and you can connect to the internet if there's something, or play some movie to the screen, and it has a built-in app there, and you can type a memo in there or manage the items inside the refrigerator through the screen. And it also has like an AI assistant service, so you can ask the weather or something like that. So yeah, we have this. Currently we have this smart refrigerator based on webOS, and this year's CE show, LG have introduced several this robot release, and one of the robot was based on also webOS. So this robot here, that picture is the guidance robot, and if you have a chance to visit Korea, you have to enter through the Incheon International Airport, and if you go there, you can see this guidance robot. So this robot is quite big, like this. And this robot shows the information about the terminal, like the location of the store or the schedule of the airline, something like that. And this robot also escort you to the place you want to go. So like if you're finding some stores, then he will escort you to the store, or some terminal, the airport terminal will also escort you there. So, well, for this, all of these products, we have adapted webOS, but it is like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just showing our LG own platform. So you might have, you might not be interested in that, but LG have decided to not just keep the webOS platform to our own product, but want to open to everyone in the world. So finally, last month, LG have opened this webOS platform to everyone. I just want to talk briefly about the history of the webOS. So as you can see that LG have developed like 5 years about webOS, and every year we release a new version and add more features. And some years we at the She Show we demonstrated new products of the webOS. But I want to say that 5 years is not all of the webOS history, because originally webOS was started long that time ago, and it was started from the Palm OS. And you might remember that Palm PDA devices, and webOS was started from there. And after that, Palm was fell to HP, and HP renamed it as a webOS, HP webOS, and they made some their own HP products. And then 2013, LG have bought the webOS platform and made our own products. So I'm saying that webOS platform is more than 10 years, and so it is a very mature platform. And last month, 2018 March, we have released this webOS platform as an open source. So if you right now go to that homepage, webososc.org, OSC means open source edition, and you can just see all of the documents and the source code there. So there's documents like explaining about the webOS and how you can build it, how you can download the source code, something like that. And we have uploaded all of our webOS source code to the GitHub, so you can download it from there at your own commit, and make your own code and like that. So I just want to point out some advantages of webOS. So it is very powerful, as I said. It is very mature platform, and it is very easy to use to any product. And it was approved by LG because we have adapted it to very various category products like watch, TV, refrigerator, robot. So it is very easy to adapt it to many devices. And it is because webOS have a quite simple architecture. And because we are webOS is a web platform, we also release this web app framework called Inact, and you can download it at this another homepage, because this is independently released beside webOS. But it is highly optimized to webOS, but it is not only for webOS, but you can just use it at any web application if you want. But there are some advantages if you use to build the this Inact framework with building the webOS apps. Like we provide some framework when you want to build an app to the large screen like TV, like that. So please check out this Inact framework also. And we hope that we open this webOS platform to everyone, so a lot of participants can join to developing this platform together. And we hope that this webOS platform can be an open platform for the industry. Okay, so for further detailed explanation, our technical leader, Lokesh, will explain more.
Okay, thank you, Youngsoo. Sorry he bored you guys with PR of webOS, but it's important to know that webOS is the biggest friend of web. Web is the first citizen in webOS. So on TV, when you use go to App Store, all the apps, or majority of the apps are basically web. So web is very important for us. That means Chromium is very important for us. Uh, we do have a downstream, but our goal is basically to be use the upstream in our products. So that's the effort we've been trying for over like last 2 years now. So I'm gonna go through some details of how we use Chromium in webOS. So this is a more detailed diagram which shows how Chromium is used in webOS. So we take Chromium web engine and we build a custom content layer on top of it for our app runtime. And we integrate to Chromium with Ozone Web. And at the moment, we are using the one. Sorry, go ahead. So we have some APIs that we need for application lifecycle handling and some APIs for our legacy applications. So those APIs we add on top of the content layer and we expose it to our UI-less browser. Sorry? Yes. And we're using Ozone Wayland. And we're using the legacy Intel Ozone Wayland at the moment. And we maintain it. So it was basically the maintenance was dropped from Intel after 49. So we continue maintaining it. And I think the latest one that we have is 64, which we have put in GitHub. And so we basically build this web view, the webOS web view around this content shell. And we have this big piece on the top called WAM. WAM stands for Web App Manager. So Web App Manager is basically a Chrome-less browser or UI-less browser, which has all the handling for an app lifecycle. And it also integrates into your system. So, for example, integrates with SAM. SAM is a system application manager in webOS, which knows about all the different application types and who actually is responsible for handling the app lifecycle of that application. So it can integrate with the system application manager, get a launch command from the system application manager, and then take over the lifecycle of the application, web application. Similarly, it integrates with the system compositor, and we're using Ozone Wayland mostly like if you attended Antonio's talk earlier. This is more of an external mode of using Ozone Wayland. So we have LSM, which is our system Wayland compositor, which basically takes care of scaling, screen, and all the sizing of the window. So we integrate to that. And apart from this, we actually ship for many products. Some of our products are TVs, and TVs ship in various parts of the world. And there are different standards of applications. And there are a good set of applications called HBB TV applications, which are very popular in Europe. So, and LG came from the world of an old operating system. So they had a lot of partners who were using some legacy JavaScript APIs. So for us, it was very important to have an extension on JavaScript. A way for partners to basically, we change webOS at the change the operating system at the bottom, but apps don't have to change. So we created this layer, which is called the pluggable layer in WAM, through which you can basically extend your JavaScript. So you can add some customized APIs of JavaScript and use them in your application. So this is basically the high-level diagram. I actually want to highlight a little bit more on WAM, because I believe there are probably other people who could be interested in a web app runtime. So this is a more detailed diagram of WAM, what WAM looks like inside. So we try to keep WAM very like abstracted and independent of webOS in some way. So you could see there is a web app manager core, which has the main functionality or the main logic of how to do lifecycle management, how to do event management, and how to do plugin management. And then it can integrate with the adaptation layers. On webOS, we have Luna Bus, which is our communication bus to the system services. Similarly, we can even also integrate into a system where you're using WebSockets for communication. And if you're on a dbus environment, you could actually communicate to dbus. And then we have the web app adaptation layer. This is where the pluggable piece and your specific to your platform implementation comes. So we have web app TV, where we do TV specific stuff. So if TV has a specific security model, how this UI or how this process basically integrates into a security model. And how, if TV has this extra applications like HTTP TV and stuff which have legacy JavaScript, how do you extend that JavaScript? So that logic is in this adaptation. Similarly, if we are doing another product or another completely different platform, then we can develop something like web app XYZ. And you can find WAM code in GitHub. Right now, it's based off Chromium 53 version, which is pretty old. But our target is basically to get that up to date as soon as possible. So these are the, so as I said, for us, maintaining downstream becomes difficult as we grow more features. And our goal was, okay, let's just take all our features, open source them, and also try to see if they find a place in Google Chromium upstream. So that's an effort we started basically more actively last year, September of last year after BlinkOn. And since then, we basically are contributing in some of the areas. For example, a team member of mine here, Jose Dapna, has been contributing on the GCC support maintenance in upstream TOT. So he will give you a lightning talk actually later about his proposal on how to maintain GCC support. There are many people who are still using GCC. And legacy ozone wayland from Intel, we maintain it in GitHub. And we also maintain the Youngsoo recipes of how to compile this ozone wayland-based Chromium. We have upstream some patches with respect to suspend resume of DOM. We have also upstream some patches of related to memory optimizations that we had done. Some of them have landed, some of them are still in review. And then the next areas that are exciting for us is IME. So we are working with Antonio and Maxim, who are developing the ozone wayland for external window to get the more sophisticated IME support. We see that the IME support at the moment in Chromium is very concentrated only for Chrome OS. But for us, like we ship a lot of devices which are touch devices or devices which don't use keyboards. And we want, and we ship from many languages. So we need a full-fledged IME support. So, and we feel there is a chance that we can improve the IME support in upstream. So that's an area we would like to contribute, and we are contributing. I think there are 4 patches or 5 patches which are currently downstream in Antonio's stream, and they're going to be upstream soon. And we'll continue our efforts on ozone wayland. It's very important for us that instead of maintaining the legacy ozone wayland, we follow the new architecture. So we will contribute to this new architecture of ozone wayland Google upstream. And then we, like others, we are also struggling with memory issues. So we need good tracing tools and good optimizations on memory. So we also are developing some tracing tools for embedded devices, mostly lightweight, so that we can easily use them. There will be a lightning talk on this later tomorrow by Andre Rosa from LG. And accessibility. So we ship for TVs, and since actually last 2 years, accessibility requirements on these devices have increased from governments. And we have done extensive work in improving the accessibility of Chromium in general. And we feel these are the things that are generic, and they can also go to Windows or Android or any other operating system. So we plan to basically upstream all these changes into Google Chromium. And then we have been working on some, like adding some standards. Everybody knows spatial navigation still hasn't reached the conclusion of becoming a proper standard, but we are trying our efforts in the standard body, as well as putting reviews of our approach to spatial navigation for community's feedback. If other people are there in the community who are actually interested in spatial navigation, I would like to talk to you guys later and see how we can support each other. Then these are some of the Chromium contributors, active Chromium contributors from LG currently. Young Kim is sitting there. Jose Dapanal, active contributor. Yanni, who is actually working on the graphics side with Antonio. Andre Rosa, who is looking at all the performance and memory tracing related stuff. Junho Seo, who is working on special navigation and other standards. And Wangchang Ryu, who is not here, but he's also working on adding some standards. So this is the history of OK in LG. Basically, sorry they came late, but they at least came, and they could start contributing very actively since September last year. This is what we have done since September last year. We have 182 commits landed, and we have 11 active authors, and we expect this to grow. So this was mainly being done from like Silicon Valley in the beginning of September, when we had code engineers joining. So we expect this to grow, not to reduce. So we would like your support in the community to be more active and contribute faster. Thank you. I think we'll take some questions. We have 5 minutes. Thanks.
Do you have any thoughts to share about tracking your upstream milestone?
So we actually have an internal effort. We thought we would do a presentation on that of how to keep downstream abstracted so that we can easily do continuous upgrade. Our target with that is basically like a weekly or a bi-weekly upgrade. We are not ready for that, but I think offline we would like to discuss or at least share our ideas with you and take some input. But that is the target we are basically trying to achieve.
So my question was similar. So you said you're on M53?
Yes. That's very old.
Yeah, very old. So like, where do you see using 64? What's your next target? And how do you see yourself progressing? On that bi-weekly goal?
So we are still preparing the like what features we can basically which we will not be useful for others, which will only be LG. Can we actually drop those features? Right? We are still working on such kind of segregation of features. Our goal is upstream whatever is common use for others upstream immediately as soon as possible. Put whatever force we have on that and get it done. Whatever we can't. Or whatever is difficult to accept upstream without like a standard body backing it, we will maintain in a downstream tree, but with an abstracted model so that we can easily upgrade. And some features we may actually just drop. So this is currently ongoing. Our goal is next 3 months. We basically clean up our sources. And then after 3 months, we're going to try the first set of continuous upgrades and see how it works. So I'm expecting there'll be probably some results in 3 to 6 months. But my goal is after 6 months, I don't want this pain of upgrading like in months, rather than just upgrade quickly and put sources in OS.
Can you speak a bit to how you handle fragmentation? Because there's so many products that are so different running operating system designer.
Yep.
So how do you handle that from a code sharing perspective internally and upgrades?
So for that, you have to understand LG's organization structure. But we are the CTO organization. So we are in the research R&D lab. So we sold the idea to LGBUs of a reference platform. So we maintain a reference platform, which is master for all the products. So we do 6-month releases of reference platform with new features. Then products basically take this, and then they add some extra features that they would like to add for that year, and then they release. Initially, when we started doing this, like I think in the first life of all of us in LG since 2013, till the first product, almost till first half of 2015, all of us were just working on a product because webOS just came new to LG. After 2015 mid, we started selling this reference platform idea. So the first year, yes, it was a little bad for us because reference platform was not full in feature set compared to what products wanted. So there was a little more fragmentation. Next year, the fragmentation reduced dramatically because we synced the common features from product back into platform. So we maintained the first platform almost up to date with almost all the features that webOS could support. So that way, the products have to do minimal work on top of it. So that's how we are trying to avoid some of the fragmentation.
And is that reference platform similar to what's open source?
Yes. There are a few bits missing in it, which will probably come very soon in 1 month, 2 months. So there are a few more releases happening to add some missing components because some components were very complex with respect to product variants, and we had to remove like some of the product specific stuff from that.
Have you guys actually switched development from closed to open source, or?
That's the target of the next reference platform release inside LG, which is, I guess, is started recently, probably in January. That's when we started. So the June release, we expect that LG products which build with June release will probably be using OSC as a base.
What happens common is that people do leave code job and then they continue behind
Yeah.
the board and then another code job. But you say that their leads actually eventually switch to the whole development cycle,
Yes.
code reviews. And all these.
Yeah. So from like repository point of view, today my master is not OSC. My OSC is in a branch. Actually, my target in the next 3 months, OSC becomes a master, everything else becomes a branch. That's where we are.
So what's your target for essential tracking from?
Our target for tracking track changes.
Yeah, like you said, at the moment you're on 53 or something.
Yeah.
So, which release would you plan to be, say, data integrating from on a weekly, daily basis?
So we would like to probably maintain the stable branches as much as possible rather than DOTs for products, for platform. But so I think I will probably call Oleg here. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about that other project I was telling you guys. So we have an ongoing project inside LG, which maintains a DOT, just like it's week behind. And it doesn't have all the features that we have basically with all the products, but it has minimal feature to integrate with webOS. So it has the Ozone up and running. So we can basically just start the Google Chrome browser on all our devices. So that's the minimum we are maintaining. Our goal is to maintain a little bit more in that. So especially the downstream features that we'll have to maintain. And that we are able to manage actually 1 week delta or actually 2 week delta, 2 week delta for now. So we have a 2 week delta from TOT in that project.
During the developer platform, you said that these are web applications. Are they loaded off of the web?
So they can be loaded off the server as well as local. So this Enact framework he introduced, you can develop a full web application with JavaScript that can be completely local, or else you can develop your application in HTML, JavaScript, put it on a server, and your application bundle could just point to a link. So you can also do that. And you can embed some security models around it if you want, because webOS provides a lot of security models. Like it uses some of the web security model, but also has some other security models with respect to system services, because webOS also provides a lot of services. So we have like 3 or 4 categories in which your application can live. Trusted is like the most biggest one, and that mostly only LG applications are trusted. So
Are you looking at web packaging work or web app work to try to unify those models at all?
we want to. We actually tried progressive web apps some time ago, on our TV. I think we need some more work to get progressive web apps environment on our TVs. But yeah, it's important.
Then it's a way to get a common packaging format, common packaging implementation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's something that.
Yeah. So since like last 1.5 year, we added. So we also have a browser actually on LGTV, apart from just web apps. We have a browser which is Chromium based, but not Chrome UI. We add our own UI. It's a little difficult for us to maintain because it's views based, views and components based. So it develops the native code, and that's become difficult for us to maintain. So our goal is basically to replace that with a JavaScript kind of a browser, or probably some other alternative, which is easier to maintain, something outside Chromium. But that browser, we added a feature 1.5 years, 2 3 years ago, which is you can add your bookmarks as launch points to that launcher of webOS. So our goal was next make them progressive web apps, but we are working on it.
Other than spatial navigation, what are some of the other functionalities that you think are worthy of standardizing?
Maybe Eric, you want to take that question?
Other than spatial navigation, what are other TV platform features that you think are standard?
Well, we started to, you know, to build that. But not only for the TV, but for other devices, they are getting the best connection, standardized. We haven't actually studied that yet, but we are first interested in studying standardizing.
Yeah. Apart from that, I think there was one feature related to YouTube 360 video on the graphics side that we were trying to standardize with Chronos. Basically a new API addition. I'm not sure what's the status of that currently because I don't have an engineer here. If you're interested, I can get details on that later.
I have a question. If I understand correctly, and you run like content, does it mean that you use Chrome network stack as well underneath?
Yes, we use Chrome network stack as it is.
Having that said, what is the updatability story? Because we periodically discover like critical security vulnerabilities and they get fixed in later versions and if you own.
So we cherry pick the security fixes mostly, especially the ones that are pretty critical and meltdown related. We cherry pick them and apply to our products on a regular basis, even as upgrades. So.
Just a quick.
Sorry, last question.
So yeah, just roughly, how many branches do you have that share big security patches? Is it like roughly? Is it in the thousands, hundreds?
I don't have a number, and maybe the developers who are involved can talk to you later about this. All right, thank you. I think we're out of time. Anything else? Let's discuss offline. Thank you.